Okay, this is the first video of the class. Welcome. Most of you probably already know. I've had you in class before. This will be, for most of you, the final course that you take, okay, which is interesting, which is a good thing. Hopefully you've learned something through all of these courses. Okay, so this course, Algorithms, is going to talk about the way we put together not only programs, but processes in general, okay? So an algorithm is just a step-by-step way of accomplishing something. So of course it has direct applications to writing a program. A program is one representation of an algorithm. Okay, so that's certainly something that that should be familiar with us. Okay, so this first video is just going to be kind of an introduction to the class. We'll go over the syllabus, we'll go over the Moodle page, things like that. There will then be a series of weekly lectures, similar to what we've done before in the Java and in the discrete math courses. So the lectures are not going to cover everything in the book. It's going to be some highlights, okay, that'll be out there. And then there'll be a weekly meeting where you can come and ask questions. In addition, there'll be a forum and other things that you can do, okay? So let's start by taking a look at shut down all that stuff we don't care about. There we go. Hopefully that will be more usable. Okay, so this is the Moodle site's already out there. Okay, and what we have so far, syllabus here. Syllabus is going to give the basic information about the course. Again, this course examines the design and analysis of algorithms, including sorting and searching, recursion, analysis of complexity, algorithm paradigms, NP-complete programs, and complexity metrics. Okay. This course can be very mathematically intensive. It's not going to be in this case. Oh, I see that the book is wrong. That is not the correct book. I will correct that, and I'll show you the picture in a minute. The book we're doing, and the bookstore should have this, is called Introduction to the Design and Analysis of Algorithms by Anany Levitin. I guess A-N-A-N-Y-L-E-V-I-T-I-N. Okay. The third edition. So I'll show you that picture in a second. But yeah, that's from the other course. So that's the leftover. Okay. So other things remain the same. That's my phone number. I'm hardly ever there, but I'll show you on Moodle. I also give you my cell phone number or my Google Voice number, so you can contact me that way. Okay. So our learning objectives here are to know and understand the various problem-solving approaches. This is really the brunt of this course, whether it's brute force, divide and conquer, reduce and conquer, transform and conquer, all those kinds of things. Okay, we're also going to talk about the importance of the efficiency of our algorithms. Efficiency in terms of typically it's time, how long they take to execute, but also in how much space, either in memory or in storage of some sort, that they take up. Okay. The third part we're going to try to go light on, that's be able to apply mathematical analysis to algorithm efficiencies. This normally requires a little bit of Calculus 1, and it may be a while since you've had Calculus 1. So we're going to kind of wave our hands, I think, at that aspect of it. Okay. You should be able to write implementations of various algorithms in a high-level language. We can certainly talk about languages. I think for most people, Python is going to be the easier choice. I think you were doing Python in data structures. If somebody really wants to do Java, that's a possibility we can talk about. Okay. So again, this course, as before, is completely online. We'll have the weekly lecture videos, the weekly Zoom sessions for questions and answers, in addition to a forum on Moodle that you can ask questions. And you'll have my cell phone number, okay? So the assignments are going to be due at midnight of the date given. We'll have weekly assignments, problem sets, as we've had before. They'll be due on the Monday of the next week when the new lectures should come out, or maybe Tuesday. We may switch that around, okay? The course communications should be in either Moodle message, which you can do, campus email, or you can text me, or you can call me, okay? And any late in submissions, you have to let me know in advance. If you know you've got something awful coming up and it's going to be late, perfectly okay to get an extension, but do that in advance, okay? See what else we've got here. Yeah, the assumption here is that you should have a general knowledge of algebra. It's impossible to avoid that. Again, for the normal course at the college, usually it requires at least a co-requisite of Calculus 1, but we're going to minimize that portion of the course, okay? So again, you've been in a lot of these online courses now. It's always the same. You really want it to keep up with the course, and you want to go through and you want to participate in by watching the videos, by taking notes on the videos, and then when you can come to the sessions, the question and answer sessions. Okay. The course readings would be primarily from the textbook. It's possible I could have other assignments that could be either from the web or other places that I found. As far as the assignments go, there'll be weekly problem sets, as I've said before, and there could be forum discussion topics. Don't know, let's see. Okay. So the grades are going to be based on the following. We have the weekly assignments. So those are the problem sets worth 30%. There'll be 2 exams worth 40% total, 20% each. And then the presentation. So the presentation, again, is an important part of this particular curriculum and your training to be able to teach this to your students. So there are algorithmic opportunities for projects all the way from kindergarten up, pretty much. Okay, so I think that's going to be less of a problem in this course than it may have been in some of the other courses. Okay, so I think that will be interesting. Okay. If you have a disability, of course, let me know that sooner rather than later. If you choose to do something about it, you don't have to do anything about it. Okay. So again, the CTE students here have the learner support. We have our Title IX statement in regards to sexual harassment and things like that. So you should read through that. We haven't had a problem with that in the past. I don't foresee a problem, but it will not be tolerated. Basically, you need to be respectful of me and respectful of each other in all of our dealings. Okay. And then here we have the tentative class schedule. We're pretty much going every week. We'll cover a chapter that the book's laid out fairly well. Okay. Most of them are, sometimes some books have really short chapters, really long chapters. These seem fairly straightforward. And I don't have the date in front of me, but I think the class starts in February. We'll look that up to be sure. But basically in week 7, we'll have our midterm exam. And then in week 12, we'll have our final exam. Okay. Then the other stuff there is mostly just from the CTE things as far as that goes. Okay. So we also have here just the generic where to go for more help. I may fill some of that in as we go, but you can always contact me, of course. I'll have the weekly live question and answer sessions on Zoom, also email, or in here is where my text number, where you can voicemail through Google Voice, not voicemail, Google Voice, which you can text me and I'll see it. Okay. You can also, and I encourage you to post questions onto the chapters forum. There should be one for each chapter. So other students may be able to answer your questions before I can, and they may, in fact, have better answers or more pertinent answers to you than I would. Okay. There are also lots of other sources, online sources for information on algorithms. There are YouTube channels. There's other things out there. The only thing, and the only caveat here, and I didn't put it in here, but it's always the case. You don't want to turn in someone else's work as your own, but it's certainly okay to look up examples and retrofit them or change them in some way, modify them to something you understand. But that's the key. Don't turn something in that you don't understand. That could be a problem. Okay. Okay, and that's it. It's a fairly short introduction as far as that goes. Again, here's the textbook. Hopefully my screen's not backwards, but it's the design and analysis of algorithms. Okay, and I think this is third edition. Okay, so I think that there probably are newer editions. It doesn't matter. Algorithms don't tend to change much. Okay. That's all I've got for now. So once class starts, then we'll certainly start having the weekly videos. There's a fair chance I'll have some of the videos up there in advance. So if you want to go forward, you may be able to do it. If you have more time this week, you may be able to get a couple of them done. No guarantee, depends on how my schedule goes. Okay. So I'm looking forward to this class. I've enjoyed having you guys so far. Hopefully that will continue for this course as well.